Hello and welcome to the 2018 Royal Television Society London Conference. I'm David Lynn, Chief Executive of Viacom International Media Networks. I oversee Viacom's TV and digital businesses in 180 countries, and alongside my colleague James Carell, I'm also chair of this year's RTS conference, for which Viacom is the principal sponsor. Viacom first launched a TV channel for British viewers as far back as 1987, when MTV started uplinking from sunny Camden. But it took our acquisition of Channel 5 in 2014 to really put us on the map. That gave us a seat at the top table of British broadcasting, bringing with it a range of responsibilities and privileges, including taking our turn to chair the RTS's annual conference, and of course to pay the bill. Now, I may joke about it, but this really is a privilege worth paying for. The RTS is the UK's leading forum for debating the future of TV broadcasting. And it's hard to imagine a more exciting moment to be taking the reins for the first time. It's become a cliche to talk about how fast the TV industry is changing, but the tectonic plates of the broadcasting landscape really are shifting. Disney's bid to acquire Fox's entertainment assets is a watershed moment, with a seismic impact on other multinational entertainment companies. The question being asked from Melrose to Manhattan to Mumbai, if Bob Iger and Rupert Murdoch think they're not big enough, what about the rest of us? The answer has been a fresh outbreak of M&A activity and fevered speculation about the future of every major company left unconsolidated, and that includes Viacom. With Facebook and Apple following the lead of Netflix, Amazon, and YouTube in committing billions to their video strategies, the pace of disruption is only going to accelerate. The market capitalization of Netflix already matches that of Disney, and yet it's dwarfed by its fellow FANGs. These are giant companies with massive cash flows and the capacity to absorb losses longer term in pursuit of market share. The biggest broadcasters are gearing up for a titanic battle with the tech giants, for talent, for rights, and most fundamentally, for the audience's attention. Now, I understand that this rather Olympian narrative may seem a bit far removed from the daily subplots of British telly. Bake Off is back after a long summer of Love Island and the FIFA World Cup, and Bodyguard is the BBC's most popular drama for years. UK viewers are still spending 3.5 hours a day watching live TV and broadcast catch-up, compared to just 18 minutes a day viewing SVOD platforms. But make no mistake, the battle is already underway for the right to play gatekeeper to a fully on-demand video future. And that has profound longer-term implications for the broadcast ecology, not just globally, but locally as well, as viewing shifts gradually from scheduled to on-demand, and growth slows in TV advertising and subscription revenues. So funding for quality original UK content may come under greater pressure. PACT just announced a year of record revenues for UK producers, but Ofcom recently reported that the annual network spend on first-run UK originals by PSBs has fallen by almost £1 billion since 2004. I believe that high-quality local content is currently the USP for broadcasters, their most competitive advantage. And I say that as the international chief executive of a company that successfully exports a huge amount of US content, from SpongeBob to The Daily Show, from Paw Patrol to Lip Sync Battle. Our global hits distinguish and define our network brands internationally. But in every one of the 180 markets in which we operate, local content investment is essential to drive sustained growth in share viewing. And that's why, since acquiring Channel 5 4 years ago, Viacom has increased spend on UK origination by nearly 30%, and original UK hours by almost 40%. The global streaming platforms understand the critical importance of local content. They spent $150 million with UK producers in 2017, according to PACT survey. That's a year-on-year increase of almost 20%, but it's still a tiny fraction of their overall content spend. and less, in fact, than we at Viacom spend on origination across our UK networks. As Viacom has learned over the last 30 years of international expansion, it's only by embedding yourself deeply in markets like the UK and making yourself locally accountable to local audiences, and also, dare I say it, to industry stakeholders at events like this, that you create the foundation for sustaining growth over the long term. So thank you for joining us for what promises to be a stimulating day of debate. Thank you to all our contributors for sharing their time and their expertise. Also, thank you to ITV for providing the audience films that you'll see peppered through the day between the sessions. And then finally, thank you to the session producers and all the members of this year's advisory committee. I particularly appreciate Teresa Wise and the RTS giving us the opportunity to shape today's agenda in such an exciting year. And now, before the first session, I'd like to introduce a short film that takes a light-hearted look at our major theme for the day, and also to give you a reminder to download the RTS London app for today. Thank you.